Hi everyone, yeah, sorry about that. Potentially some technical difficulties in the live stream. Once again, it proves it is completely live, streaming these golf tips, not being recorded. So hopefully you've refreshed the page and I'm back with you now. So we'll start that again, we didn't get too long into that session there. So I was saying tonight, it's about approach play. So what you can do when you hit the ball on the green, where to aim, where to line up. I've got some good tips to share with you tonight on how to improve that. So yeah, welcome to the new members. Hope you enjoyed these content. Feel free to share with your friends to get them involved, and let's get stuck into some tips to help you approach the greens better, which applies to all level of golfers, beginners, intermediate, advanced. Okay. So before we get into that, a big part of approaching the greens is alignment. So the last time we did a full session on alignment, so you can check that in members area, have a good look at that. But I want to just advance that a little bit and talk through some drills you can do at home to test your alignment. Now, alignment's key with all shots, even short game shots, chipping and pitching. So this little game I use just to test my alignment. If I'm either in the front room or in the garden, I put different objects and different directions, so maybe one on the right, one on the left, and I try and continually test my alignment by moving around shot after shot. Sometimes it's not the best practice to just stay hitting at one target all the time, because on the golf course you've got to do the complete opposite, you've got to switch up the targets. So definitely try and set something at home. Now I've got this little chipping net here, so a pure chipping net, and I've actually got 4 zones, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got a 5th, the bullseye. So if I was practicing at home to get my alignment, again, check the last video to go for that right line routine, but maybe I might try and call, I might try and get in the bottom right zone here in my chipping to start with. So there we go, straight in, and then immediately after that, I'd go to my top left. So switch up, notice I move the body around, move the club around, and then I go to the top left. And then I might try and go top right, move around again. And there we go, that's 3 out of 3. I'm going to quit there, I think. I'm going to stop on that there. But you get the idea at home, and if you can start practice where you continue changing your direction, that's going to help you get really aware of where you're lining up on the golf course and be in total control of that when we come back to play. Okay? So a little game for you to try at home. And now the main purpose tonight is approach play. So new content this one, bit of theory this one, but hopefully it'll help you. So I'm going to try and come a bit closer on the camera. And we're going to go through my expert drawings here. I think I'll stick to golf coaching rather than drawing, but hopefully we're going to get the idea of what this is all about. So when I was playing a lot on the tour and at different golf courses around the sort of world and Europe, I picked up some really good tips on how to approach the green. I want to try and share it with you to see if it can help your game. Now, when a greenkeeper chooses the flag positions in the morning, generally speaking, I've spoken to a few greenkeepers on this, they'll try and choose some difficult flags, okay? So a lot of greenkeepers use this method as well. They'll choose 6 difficult flags, 6 easy flags, and 6 medium flags. So the trick in golf, I find, is often try and recognise where the difficult flags are, okay? And they should be fairly obvious, as I'll talk to you now. And I call them red light flags. So I don't really go at them flags, okay? It's tempting to. But this situation here, we've got an expertly drawn green, as you can see. Let's say the green's 10 yards wide. The flag's on the left, you're approaching this green, but we've got a bunker left, and we've got water at the back left, okay? So if I was playing, and what I'd advise you to do, this is 10 yards wide, but for your score to keep improving, it's actually better, if you miss the hole to the right by some 8, 9, even 10 yards, than it is maybe missing the flag 2 yards to the left. You're in that bunker or in the water and your score gets, what might be a 5 turning into a 7. And that was only a decision you made approaching the green as to how you tackled that. So I would look at that on the course and go, that's a red light flag. And I'd choose a club that would possibly get to the hole, definitely won't go longer the hole, or might even fall a little short. So for me, this whole area here, short right of the flag, is my area to land in. And it's a big area, If I miss the green to the right, a simple chip on. rather than missing it 2 yards left. Okay, and I would use something behind the green as an alignment point. So this tree here, again expertly drawn, that tree at the back of the green, that's something I'd aim at when approaching the green. So if my ball was to land here, or here, there, absolutely fine. I've got a massive area where I can hit the ball into. You know, if I go straight at the flag and get it slightly wrong, I'm in trouble. Okay? So on your golf course now, think about your holes and think where the trouble is, and try and map out as to areas where you can and can't go. Okay? So another example of that, let's take another hole. Sometimes we get golf holes where the bunker's at the front, the water's at the right, and then all through the back of the green, look, and left is completely clear. That's just short grass. And I always find it quite amazing, and if you're home watching this now, think about how many times you hit it along the green. Invariably, a lot of people miss the green short, which is where the danger is. So, an off-road golf courses, particularly in this country, over the back of the green or along right and left is actually not too bad a place to hit it. So if you are selecting a club, you think, will I reach for that? Maybe go up one, particularly if there's no trouble at the back of the green. So if I was playing golf here, this would be a red light flag again. So I would hit something which is going to get to the flag or a bit longer, so maybe take a bit of the club more, and I can aim for anywhere in that gap there. That's a massive area which I can aim for. Again, pick a spot out in the distance. If I'm aiming for this flag, get it slightly wrong short, I'm in the sand, get it slightly wrong to the right, I'm in the water, and then I'm going to get 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we spoke to all ladies like this on the course doing course management, and the sort of question, I just want to try and get it somewhere on the green. But I think no matter what level you're playing at, if you can have the general strategy to recognise the red light flags and aim slightly away, you'll find over a period of time your scores will become a lot better. So that's a really nice strategy. Hopefully you can make a note of and take to your golf course when we get back to it, and that will indicate as well what club you're going to select to actually get it on the green. Okay. So some information there. Write that one down. Remember the 6, 6 and 6 rule. Get your red light flags. Don't go at them and get the green light flags. Examples of green light flags will be ones in the middle. Middle of green, go straight there, but try and avoid the red ones. Okay. So move back. Drop my club there. And the other factor to mention with approach play is adapt to the conditions. So one thing I found in my experience is obviously the wind is one of the biggest factors in golf play. And I generally found that if I've got a headwind, 10, 15 mile an hour, I'm going to really go up 1, 2 clubs more than I would do normally. However, when I'm downwind, it doesn't really affect it as much as into wind. So bear that in mind. A lot of people think downwind, I'm going to go down 2 clubs, it's going to fly in the air. I've not really found that in the air it doesn't travel as far downwind. It hurts it more into wind. So if you are selecting your club, think about going up 2 or 3 clubs just to really allow for that wind, but going down, it's not really going to affect it as much. So bear that in mind when you choose your club. So I think overall tonight I want to have a go in your garden, get some room, get some different targets set up to test your alignment. Have a think about what I said tonight about the approach play. Think about your golf course if you're members somewhere. If you're not a member and you're fairly new to it, remember you're on the golf course. Look at the flags that are near trouble and slightly nudge the other side of it. And over the round of golf, you'll find your scores will improve. You can avoid the water, avoid bunkers. We're in good shape no matter what level you are. And then finally, just assess your conditions. If it's windy, account for that. Bear in mind, obviously, if it's a little bit wet, then that's going to the ball's going to land and stay still as well. So factor in them conditions. And one final point I will make is, these driving ranges now, a couple of our centres, the beaches, 3 hammers, they've got great technology to show you how far you're hitting the ball. So try and get an indication of how far you're hitting the ball with the technology and write it down in a little book. And all we really care about, ladies, remember, is how far the ball goes in the air, because on the ground can vary massively whether you're playing in July or December. Okay, so bear that in mind with your yards. Just make a note then and make it a goal maybe early in the year just to go down and get some data on that, and we'll do that obviously in our sessions as well. So I hope that helped tonight. It's a bit of a different session, but hopefully that helped your approach play. We're back on Sunday, look at some hybrids, so out of control hybrid clubs with consistency. So have a great week everyone, hope you enjoy the content and I look forward to seeing you all very soon.